They're bothered by how smart you are. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. They're bothered by how smart you are. Yes, sir. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, my intelligence is intimidating. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, my intelligence is intimidating. Family, co-workers will be intimidated by how smart you are. Family members who have much more than you will be intimidated by how smart you are. All right? Siblings, friends, strangers, people even on social media, all right? They will be intimidated by how smart you really are. I need y'all to understand something. This is going to bother them, not just because you are intimidating them with your intelligence, but because they know how other people are going to respond to you, how they're going to react to you. You're going to get recommendations. You're going to get a lot of recognition. This means in their minds, you're taking the shine. You're taking my spot. You're outperforming me and you're outdoing me. Better yet, you are embarrassing me. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? Does it feel or seem like it's more difficult to explain something to a person who is intimidated by your intelligence? Drop in the comments. Let me know, yeah or nay, right? Does it seem like people are constantly trying to challenge you, challenge your intellect, your way of thinking and your thoughts, all because they are intimidated by your intelligence? Drop in the comments and let me know. And are you oftentimes scrutinized, okay, and look more into in terms of your flaws and mistakes and, everyday mistakes that people make, right? Drop in the comments and let me know, yeah or nay. This is not by coincidence, y'all. This is because they are bothered by how smart you are. And family, I don't care how smart you are. You're going to make a mistake. We're not God. We're not angels, all right? We're not perfect. We are human beings with intellect, free will, conscious, a spirit, a soul, a mind, intelligence. I mean, we have all these gifts, but we're not perfect. Therefore, we may misjudge things. We may miscalculate things. We may make a mistake, but it doesn't mean that we're not gifted. It doesn't mean that people can't come to you for advice. It doesn't mean that you can't help others. It doesn't mean that your mindset is not fully developed. You follow what I'm saying? But when you are smart, a lot of people are going to be bothered, so they can't wait for you to give them fuel so within their vehicle they can ride the train of you being, unworthy, you being unqualified, you being undeserving, you being a person who is incompetent. You get what I'm saying? And this is what they're looking for when it comes to yourself. But fam, we're going to speak about it within this video. First thing is first, y'all be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Yes, y'all, we're still right here in front of the legendary great couch. A little bit later of a post, y'all, but I told y'all I can't leave my A2 day twos hanging. So here we are, y'all. How y'all doing, fam? What y'all got going on? What y'all ate today, all right? Now for me, y'all, for those who watch me on my other channel, y'all know what's going on. But I gotta say, for my foodies over here, y'all, took a 2-day break just for my mental decompression, allowing my mind to just roam free. No content, no business, no numbers, analytics, no nothing. Just regular old Reno laying down, watching my favorite movies, and just chilling, right? At most, I may hit the gym or something like that, but that's kind of how I spent my 2 days. Outside of that, y'all, today I had a big back salad from Salada. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had like 3 different proteins on there, some spicy Chipotle chicken, grilled chicken, and a seafood mix with all types of your favorite toppings like banana peppers, pickle, of course, ranch dressing, croutons, bacon bits, cabbage. I mean, the list goes on. Red onion, some of everything, y'all. But that's what I had for dinner today, y'all. Trying to keep it clean, all right? But outside of that, fam, y'all drop in the comments. Let me know how y'all doing and what y'all got going on and what y'all ate, all right? But anyway, let's go ahead and get directly into this banger, y'all. Number one, the reason why people are bothered by how smart you are is people hate sense. Okay? People hate sense. If you are a person with common sense, they hate it. Congratulations. They can't stand to see a person actually utilizing their minds. They can't stand to see people actually reasoning. A person actually breaking down certain situations. It's not to say that you are scrutinizing people and you are deciphering people in terms of looking for their mistakes or looking for what they've done wrong. You're just in a position to where you have sense. So if a person say we're going to go over the moon, I'm sure there's an explanation to how we're going to do that. I'm not just going to follow a person who says we're going to hop over the moon. How are we going to do it? You get what I'm saying? So, for example, this is the person who asks questions. Okay, let's just say you have a figure of authority in position, and let's just say they said something, they recommended something, whatever the case is. It does not mean that just because you ask the question, you're challenging who they are as a man or a woman, or you're challenging their title or position. You are just asking a simple question because maybe you want to get more understanding. Maybe you want to know why, right? That's like a child asking their parents, well, mama, why this? Daddy, why this? Instead of slapping them in the mouth, just answer the question. They're only trying to get information. They're only trying to understand. They're only trying to figure things out, right? And so, family, that goes right back to yourself. People hate sense in this world. They can't stand when a person have actual sense. They can't stand when a person use their mind. They can't stand when a person asks questions. Why? Because it only exposes who they are and or who they're not. Tupac said it best. They punish the people who's asking questions. All right? They're punishing people who's asking questions. If you were just cool and just followed the line of sheep, you'll be okay. But the fact that you said, no, I don't want to be a sheep. I don't want to be a lamb. I am a lion. I am a lioness. Okay? I am a lion or I am a lioness. All right? If you're a man, drop in the comments and say I'm a lion. If you are a woman, say I'm a lioness. The point is, y'all, is that a lion or a lioness are not sheep. Therefore, they have sense. All right? They're not getting ate. They're going out and doing the eating. All right? Number two, it's going to be this right here, fam. You threaten the hierarchy. All right? You threaten the hierarchy. If you have people who has a group or a community and there's a hierarchy from the lowest on the totem pole to the highest on the totem pole, they're going to have structure and organization. At the lowest, they're probably not going to be too much worried, right? The higher you go, the more the worry comes. Why? Because you're going to take my spot. You're going to take my position. You're going to look more competent. You're going to look more qualified. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? So when you threaten the hierarchy, it has to come from a place. They're not threatened by somebody who's dumb. They're not threatened by somebody who don't have it. They're not threatened by somebody who's not gifted or attractive. They're threatened to the person who has all those qualities. In this case, the person who has the intelligence. So when you get to the top and you're talking about a person who's starting at the lowest of the totem pole, but have the mindset of the highest in the hierarchy or the totem pole, you don't think the person who's at the highest are going to be threatened? Because once you get your opportunity to be promoted, once you get your opportunity to shine your light or exemplify your gift, I'm going to be in trouble. You get what I'm saying, y'all? You threaten the hierarchy, and this is what makes you a problem, okay? Number three, y'all, it's going to be this right here, fam. It's difficult to run game on you, okay? Yeah, it's difficult to run game on you. Family, everybody has a game. I don't care who you are. Everybody has a game. Now, you got good game, you got bad game, okay? You got good game, you have bad game. Bad game is when a person is trying to utilize their game to get over, harm, injure, or hurt someone, right? Good game is, look, I ain't just no green bean out here, but I still have a game that's going to do more help than harm. In other words, I got game to protect myself, but once a person either A, play my game or realize my game, it's not that they have exposed me. You just understand how I operate. It's okay to have game. Somebody drop in the comments and say I got game. There's no problem or issue with having game. In fact, I advise everybody to have game, okay? It's just about how are you utilizing your game. So, for example, some people game is just be nice, right? Just be nice. You will get whatever it is you want out of them. Just be nice. It doesn't mean that you want to do it ingenuinely or do it insincerely, but it's just about, look, this person only want you to reciprocate their energy. That's their game. You got some people who want you to submit. That's another game. If you submit to me, I will give you pretty much whatever you want. Or you'll be my best friend. I'll be your best friend if you submit to me. Other people's game is give me something. Give me some money. Give me a conversation. Let me know that you care about me. Give me some food. Take me out to dinner. That's my game. You can get whatever it is you want out of me. Okay? The point is, y'all, is that everybody has a game. It's the game good, used for good, or used for bad. What's the point, Reno? The point is, y'all, is that it's difficult to run game on a person who already understands the game. I understand that you want something. I understand that you want kindness. I understand that you want to take something. I understand that you want submission. And there's a plethora of different games. But the point is when you understand the game, can't nobody run a game on you. And that's the problem, y'all. That's why a lot of people are bothered by how smart you are. You can't be taken advantage of. You can't be used. You can't be manipulated. And I want to say something about this, y'all, when it comes to being used. Everybody in this world is being used, all right? I don't care what anybody say. Everybody being used. It's about the intentions when a person is utilizing you, all right? I use the car wash people, okay? The car wash people use me for my money. It's good business, all right? I may use McDonald's. Guess what? McDonald's is using me too for my business, okay? We're all using one another, all right? You may be using the daycare spot. Guess what? They're using you too. So being used is not always inherently bad. It's about the intentions. Are you able to use them back, all right? But I just wanted to make sure I cleared that up. But anyway, it is difficult to run game on you. Number 4, it's going to be this right here, fam. Insecurities are triggered. All right? Insecurities are triggered. I use this example a lot, but I'm going to use it again on this point right here, y'all. When it comes to somebody who has a degree, hypothetically speaking, y'all, versus a person who does not have a degree. Most times, the person who does not have a degree, no matter how smart they are, how qualified they are, how competent they are, whatever the case is, they're going to feel subpar or inferior to the person who has the degree. What a lot of people don't realize is that person who got the bachelor's, okay, the undergrad degree, the associates, guess what? The trade, guess what? Maybe they copied their way throughout the entire semesters, quarters, school, all right? That don't make them smarter than you just because they have the degree. But a lot of times, y'all, people hear that somebody got the degree, they automatically pedestalize them. They automatically put themselves on a position that's lower than them. They automatically make this person seem as if they're so much better than them. And that's not the case, y'all, because the people without degrees are the ones who's running the world right now. I'm going to say it once again. The people without degrees are the ones who's running the world right now. Okay? What are you saying right now, Reno? That person with the degree may trigger somebody who does not have the degree. Maybe they like, I didn't get my GED fast enough. Or, I didn't get this particular degree. Whole time, it's just a piece of paper. That's the reality. It's just a piece of paper. So your insecurities are triggered for no reason. The point is, y'all, is that whether you have a degree or not, when people know that you are smart, it's going to trigger their insecurities because they know what they don't have. Okay. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here, fam. Your reserved presence. Okay. Your reserved presence. So, family, when you have a reserved presence, most times it's mistaken for being aloof, cold, and people just casting judgment, right? So they may think that you're judgmental. They may think that you have a cold presence. They may think that you're very standoffish. You follow what I'm saying? The person who's standoffish, they're not being buttholes, right? A lot of times. I'm not saying all, but a lot of times, especially when they're coming like this. They're not being a butthole. They're not being a person who's difficult. They're protecting their space, their energy, their peace, all right, their well-being. And so what they're doing is observing the people around them. They're paying attention to what's happening. They're watching what's going on. They're not being standoffish or judgmental. They're making sure that they protect who they are, their heart, their prized possessions, whatever it is, before they open up to the wrong people. But a lot of times they're misunderstood. That's what a smart person does, rather, right? That's what a smart person does. They have a reserved presence. They don't just open up to everybody. They don't just let everybody know what they have going on. They're not quick to befriend people. That's what a smart person does. And that's why people are bothered by how smart you are, because they thought that you would just befriend them, overlook them, allow them to come in quick. No, I'm smart. I have a reserved presence. You got to earn this, okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, you have to earn access. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you have to earn access. And that's just what it is, y'all. But, fam, they're bothered by how smart you are. We're going to do a recap, and then we'll conclude this video. But, number 1, people hate sense. All right. Number 2, you threaten the hierarchy. Number 3, it's difficult to run game on you. Number 4, insecurities are triggered. And number 5, y'all, your reserved presence. Okay. With that being said, fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy. You can check out any one of my books and keep a rich mentality. Peace.